Welcome to this week's energy forecast. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Louise. I'm a reader of the cosmic weather. I'm an intuitive, and I'm here to share with you my take on what's coming up this week. So what energy is going to be around and how you can best navigate yourself through the current cosmic environment. It's really weird as I'm kind of saying this. Yes, I'm not in my normal environment. I'm away this week. But it's like, I just don't even kind of know. I want to kind of come across super positive. But, you know, we're a week post-eclipse. And that just wasn't any eclipse. That was massive. This energy is not going to subside. Like, people are, you know, I can hear people going, oh, you know, now that's past, like we're all good. Like, totally not. And I know that there's a lot of you that's going to be feeling this, like the energy hasn't passed, it's not over. Yes, the eclipse has passed, but we're kind of stuck in this kind of, this weird kind of, one door has shut, so much shadow work, so much revelation has come to the surface, but we still can't quite see that pathway forward. And when I wrote the written, I said it's because that the track isn't formulated fully yet. So my analogy was, you know, kind of, we've come out of a tunnel, yeah, come out of that eclipse tunnel in that sandwich. The eclipse happens, and now we're kind of like standing in this sandstorm. And the sand's all blown and it may be like hitting us, and it's like we can't quite see and we don't know where to go because the track hasn't been formulated. We've got an idea of where we want to go, but it's not super clear yet which way that's going to pan out. And you know, we're in that, that's how it is. And I don't feel like we're going to have a real subside of this energy until that Scorpio full moon, which is another week away. So I'm going to show you my view after. I keep looking out and I'm not looking at you because there's a beautiful view here. But it's like we just have to really stay in our centers right now because it can be super ungrounding. I mean, really luckily, midweek this week, we go from Aries into Taurus season. So we kind of come out of that fiery, like, you know, into some more grounded, stable, solid, kind of self-nurturing, and boy, we super need that. So that kind of shift in energy midweek is going to really help us. And then we've got a big, massive, another big alignment coming in on the weekends, and that's a Jupiter, Uranus, and that wants us to kind of be super authentic and really tuned into self. And that, it's a long-term alignment, but like when the shift comes in, we totally feel it. So, you know, we're on the back of eclipse season. We're not out of that time yet. We're not out of that eclipse energy yet. We're brewing into a Scorpio full moon. They're pretty intense. I'm a Scorpio. I know that energy. It's death and rebirth. You know, we can't quite see clearly where we're going. Luckily, as I say, we've got this Taurus season coming in, and it's like a little bit like a kind of a security blanket coming up, because I feel like we all need that. And then that, you know, that Uranus Jupiter conjunction happening, that's going to really affect globally lots of different things. That's the one that I've been talking about for a long time, that this year was the kind of start of this massive push in the kind of AI tech, and this is why, because of this alignment, it's, you know, it's coming in, and it's, as I say, on a personal, so kind of financial global markets, you're going to hear a lot of talk about those changing and shifting and resetting because of this. But personally, how's it going to affect us? I feel like it is. It's like how we feel, how we are, how we behave has to be in alignment with who we authentically are. The people pleaser, the, you know, the passive aggressive, it's just not going to work anymore. All those like weird superficial behaviors, all that hiding behind truth, it's like, So that's going to be a big step for us humans. But a really good one, a really powerful one. So that's coming in. So this week, I mean, last week I felt like I was on a roller coaster, and I know many of you did. It was like this wild roller coaster. And I'm away with my daughter at the moment. As many of you know, she's a swimmer, and
you know, she had a really shocking season, and you know, it was not been a good build up, and we're here at this competition, but there's this kind of expectation and this hope, and when that's not kind of hit, and you go into these like places of, you know, as I say, the roller coaster, it's like this, you know, and kind of having a look at those, you know, expectations, and you know, not being where you truly wanting to be, and trusting that process. Well, maybe you're not meant to be there right now, and what can you look at while you're here in this kind of uncomfortable place? What old layers are you going to leave behind? Where are you going to expand? And you know, I know that when I see shifts going on with people and with myself, it's, you know, we're all in this together, so our stories are very different, but we're all going to be experiencing these kind of energies. And you know, the level of trust that has to be there right now on the long-term picture, on the long-term goals. And maybe we kind of you know, when you put a stone in a catapult and you kind of are pulling it back, it gets tighter and tighter. Yeah, and I feel like that's where a lot of people are right now, and this pulling back is like, oh, I don't want to be pulled back. I don't want to see my shadows. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to have to face parts of myself that need to grow, you know. And this stretching, you know, it's happening for a lot of people. And if we can just trust in this process, go with it, don't fight it, like surrender to it, like, you know. Eclipse season is when that beautiful energy takes over, and it's like course correction. And in that course correction, we might be like this wasn't on the agenda, this wasn't on the plan, or, you know, this, we trust it. And we trust in this pulling back. Yeah, and we trust that when the time is right and that catapult is let go of, oh my goodness, we are exactly on track, on, you know, in alignment with where that's going to take us. Yeah, because sometimes we're not ready for what we feel we're ready for. So it's really weird times. Yeah, it's clear, you know, but the pathway and the direction and the track isn't clear yet. That's okay. Yeah, and there may be things that you still kind of have come up through this season that you need to say, or things you need to change, but you're not quite ready, doesn't feel quite ready to do that. It's okay. We've got another, I don't know, 10 days, I'm guessing, till that full moon in Scorpio, 12 days even. Yeah, so we've got time. So it's huge. This energy's huge. And it's not gone, and it's not past, and it's right here. How you're going to best navigate yourself this week. Luckily, with that Taurus energy, you're hopefully going to be drawn to some self-care, you know, self-nourishment, self-care, grounding, super important. All the things I said to you last week about, you know, my advice of staying centered, you know, taking time out, only be with the people that kind of lift you up, drink lots of water, be really careful with toxins at the moment, stay present with yourself, journaling, letter writing. Yeah, my beautiful little just turned 15-year-old asked me on Monday, you know, Mum, have you got a pen and paper? I gotta write a forgiveness letter to myself, because my thoughts that are running through my head, I don't want these, I gotta let them go. You know, and she was out on a hotel balcony burning bits of paper, and I'm like, oh, praise the Lord that she has that. You know, all these tools really help us reach out to the people that are knowledgeable, that can support you, that can help you filter through your mind of what's coming up. Self-regulate those emotions. That's such a test right now. You know, how do we regulate those emotions? So you've got to really look after yourself through this time. You know, lots of meditation, lots of stillness, lots of rest. As you know, I'm a bit of a, you know, sport, gym, moving. This week I just went for walks, calm, just walk, stillness, just calm. The energy is erratic and it's not changing, not yet. So, you know, be calm. And if you feel like it, if you have that moment of, oh my God, it's bubbling up and I feel like I've drunk 20 shots of coffee and I feel really jittery and I don't know what to do, feel your feet on the ground. As I said to you the other day, like close your eyes for a moment, touch base with yourself. Yeah, maybe go for a run, release some of that energy. It's pretty crazy. It's so funny, you know, and I just want to say, you know, I'm constantly channeling and tuning into it. And I must say that I channeled our weekly this week and I write it down and then I speak it to you. And when I was channeling it, I wrote it down and then I was like, I don't even want to send that out. Like, I just want to say that it's over and it's good and it's fine. And it's like, no, we've got another week. So I had a little conflict with myself. I was like, I don't want that. But we trust, we go with it. It's just how it is. Yeah, on the other side, as I say, I just see this incredible catapult happening. Yeah, and just imagine where we're going when it kind of lets us go and we're in alignment, we have everything that we need and we're so, it's going to be pretty magical. Yeah, so we just remember it's a journey and it's an adventure and we learn to enjoy all the amazing parts of it along the way and laugh. I've laughed a lot this week. I encourage you to hang with those people that give you a giggle, you know, have a laugh, because, you know, if we get into it, that energy can be heavy. So, yeah, maybe watch a funny film, lighten up, find a funny series, you know, put a funny series on, immerse yourself in that just for a bit of downtime. So anyway, have the most beautiful week. I want to turn this around and show you my view of where I've been chilling and just being this week. It's been pretty magical. I'm very blessed. I'll see you next week. We will be working under that Scorpio full moon, so I will run a live session. I really want to close the door, take all the lessons, all the blessings that this time has given us, and really allow us to kind of go forward into this, I want to say it's not even a new chapter, this whole freaking new life, feeling like we're aligned to it and we've got it and we're worthy of it, and you know, all the things that are going to keep us moving towards it. So yeah, we will have a live session under that Scorpio full moon, but I'll send out the details for that in our next forecast next week. So have a beautiful week. I send you lots of love. Let me turn you around. I don't even know how we do that. Let's have a